Hi everyone, it's Karynjean. Welcome back to the studio. And we're working on the I have so many things pulled out right now. We're working on the new Boho journal. I've decided to do a hidden spine, so I went ahead and covered it, ironed this down. I'm going to throw some Fabrifix under here. I still don't know what I want to use for the inside covers. Hold on. You see how it's all gapping here. So we'll just throw down a glop of Fabrifix. Get that in there. And I'll let you know what my take you through what my thought process is at the moment. Oh, sorry, I'm a bit froggy again. You know, and of course it's only 12 o'clock in the afternoon. I had a really good sleep last night. Press this down. Doesn't seem to want to catch. Yeah, I had a good sleep last night. I didn't go to bed until like 11 or 11:30. Of course, the dog had me up at 5:30, and I was bleary-eyed because I did take 2 Tylenol PM. So I got up, took care of her, and then went back to bed, and just got up about an hour ago. I've been awake probably since 9 o'clock, but yeah. This is not... All right, hold on. I'm going to clamp it. That's too short of a clamp. We're going to clamp it. And these are sewing tools. Instead of using pins, they have invented these type of almost like clothespins clamps. Something coming up here too. I'll put a little bit down here. I'm not quite sure. I think once we get the covers, the inside covers covered with whatever paper we're going to be using, this is not going to be an issue. But, and also hidden spine, so that's going to be well covered as well. I don't think this clamp doesn't have a lot of depth to it. There we go. Okay. That'll work for now. I'm going to put that aside. So what I did, and pardon me, I did not take you through this, but what I did was, let me see if I can move these out of the way. I was dyeing paper, but I was doing it in a different fashion. Look at this. I have a big plastic bin that I was using. I think it might be 12 by 12 or 13 by 13. Not very deep though. And I was spraying it with water, and then I was using the Simon Hurley reinkers and just making drops down and spraying it with water. And yeah, these are the types of papers I've gotten from it, which I really like this one. Look at that. And yeah, you can write on them. I look at these and I hear my mother in the back of my head saying they look like Easter eggs. I don't know if you can see this one. I used the Simon Hurley reinkers, but I also have 2 Distress Oxide sprays, tumbled glass, and one of the light pinks. But then I also have Diane Reevely Illusions purple glimmer spray. And I don't know if you're seeing, if the light is catching it. Oh yeah, I think the light's catching it. How that purple is a bit shiny and glimmery. Gracious, these are just pear colored from my watercolor stash. I used watercolor on those. So, yeah, very, very colorful, almost Easter-like, almost circus-like, which, you know, maybe is not quite where I want to go with it. But these are the papers I've chosen for the journal. I don't know. I'm not sewing anything in yet, so there's that. I went through my pre-made ephemera stash, and I think this is the one that will match the journal. Now, also, I was watching... also, this was in my pre-made ephemera stash. So And I might actually go to this paper pad and take a look and see. Maybe we'll pull some stuff out there. I was watching Sandy over at Septeria 18, and she was making, well, this is the one she made. She was making these self-gusseted little pocket holder envelope things, and with the scraps, making little flag paper clips. Cute, right? And this is cute on its own, but two things. For me, for a journal, it was too narrow, and also I don't need all that gusseting. So I didn't cut it down as much. This is with a 6x6 sheet of paper, right? That's what this is made out of. Another way to use your 6x6 paper pads. So I made a few of them just because I was having fun, and it was an insomnia night the other night. I did this a few nights ago. I thought this would look really nice in the journal, right? I like that the pinks with the paisley and stuff. That would look nice. And maybe this one might look nice. And then also, Eva over at Bohemian Crafting was doing another thing with 6x6 paper pads, which was really cute. And I'm not going to go through all that right now, but I'm going to, I think I'm going to adapt her idea for the journal for something. And these are just a couple of cutouts. I pulled out these two. This is from a Vicky Bouton paper pad, right? And I also have a smaller, the same paper pad, smaller. It's just called mixed medium. And these are 6x8, and this is obviously 12x12. I was thinking that I'm not so sure. Well, I think these, I was thinking the circles. I like the circles because there's other, right? We have other circle paper, right? I was just making a couple of writing boards. I made a writing board, right? So, and I like these colors, and I think this would work well with the journal. Of course, I don't have any more of this paper because I've used it because I made 2 writing boards out of it. Because I was making the writing boards before I was thinking of this journal, and I thought, well, I'm not going to use that paper really for anything. But see, there's the difference. This is much more muted. And this is like cream colored and stuff like that in the background. But that's okay because it's a Bohemian journal, and it could be a big fat mishmash of everything. These are 2 more. And this I took out of that Pharaoh's Gate book. I cut these out. And these are just blank cardstock cards, right? And I like this, how this looks. And what I was thinking was for the jelly prints that we did, to use them in collage as opposed to just using them as a page in a journal, which we could do as well. But I was thinking maybe just collaging bits. And I want to decorate these before I put them in the journal. And obviously I'm thinking 2 signatures, not 3. So there's that. Still haven't decided on these. I don't know. What do you guys think, right? Maybe too much? The opposite, I mean, that'll go. We could use that side for the inside covers, right? And this might go. We might be able to use something for that for something else. Actually, let's just make the decision now and say, yes, we're going to use this for the inside covers. Okay, done. We're going to do that. We will do that. I've also pulled out my couple of 6x6 pads here, as well as these 8x8 pads. I'm not sure this one really. Oh, that's interesting. Oh, maybe. Yeah. And this is 8x8 paper. It's a bit heavier paper that came with those Crafter's Companions things, card making kits when I got the Gemini Pro, right? But like, I like that one. I know it's not That one's pretty too. So there are different, we might be able to use these now. And why let me just show you the example, okay? Eva over at Bohemian Crafting was putting together, she used 6x6 paper pads. And we'll use this one. It's cut down already. And what she did was she was making like a pocket holder. I'll try to remember to link her video down below. And what it is she didn't use 6x6 paper pads. She had a lot of newspapers, so she was just layering and layering and layering newspapers. Yeah, she was just layering a lot of newspapers up. But this is and then she cut them down into 6x6 squares, right? And she made pockets like this, little 3-inch pockets. And she had 3 going down. And she had, I don't know how many going across, maybe 4 or 5 or something. I don't know. And then she just bound it in a little book. And she called it like a little ephemera holder or tea bags, I guess, because, yeah, tea bag packets would fit in there too, right? So that's what she did. She just, glued it down the sides. And there's your center, and you like punch a hole, a notch here if you want, kind of thing. Excuse me. And I like the idea, but it's too small for a journal where the page is 5.5 inches wide and this is only 3 inches. It's gonna get lost. Let me see. Let me pull out a page. Right? If this is the journal and you have this sewn in here, right? It's a tiny little pocket. If you do it, I just think it's too small, is what I'm saying. So that's why I pulled out these larger pieces. Also, cardstock, I think, would be too heavy for the journal. I mean, this is pretty heavy cardstock, and I think it would be too heavy. You could also do the same thing, excuse me, at a book page, right? Depending upon the size of your book page. Now, if you care about directional stuff, then I would use a bigger sheet of book page. Did I just do that? Or, yeah. This obviously is not very deep, 2 3/4, and I would actually probably trim it down a little bit because of that rough edge. But it's, the page is longer, so it does make for a larger pocket, right? If you put it in there. And we could do, this is what I was thinking, having like 2 or 3 of these in a signature is what I was thinking. So I would need to make those before we decide on sewing in signatures. I know, very long story, a lot of talking and not a lot of crafting. So let's take a look at the papers here. These are 8x8, so I think these will be good. I could put 2 because it'll go down to 4 inches. I could put 2. It'll be 4 inches to the 5.5, which is fine. Or I could even cut it down more. If I wanted 3, I can cut it down to 6x8, which is what these pads are. Although, again, these are cardstock, right? Let me feel. Yeah, these might be a little bit too heavy. Also, the direction that they're going in is the wrong direction because we want them going this way. How big is this? This is also 6x8. And of course, you can, I do love my bicycles. You can use a 12x12 sheet of paper too and cut it down to whatever dimensions you want, right? Same thing. Again, this is the Vicky Bouton paper. But those are heavier. We could do other things with those. So we don't want these. Thinking, nope. You could also use, maybe that's something I can do instead. Hold on, as I reach over here to my Tim Holtz vellum, right? And in order to get the full impact of this, I would actually mount this on, I would mount this on a sheet of white paper. I would cut it down to 8.5 by 11, mount it on an 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper, and then cut it down from there. Which is an idea. I don't know. Why not? I mean, I have this here. I never use it. And I am introducing some of the creams and stuff. So, now see, here is, on the cover here, I don't think this is quite, I don't think it's, I think the colors are a little bit darker on the paper than they show on that cover. Now, see, this here page is cut down into 6 by 6s, right? Sort of, kind of. No, not 6 by 6. It's not. Okay. And remember, like, it would be folded over. So the back of the pocket, it would be upside down. So there's that to think about, too. This is 6 by 6 as far as using directional paper. So I'm putting that away because, yes. Now, I just found this over there hanging out on its own. Orange is not really my color, but we'll stick that in there somewhere. Okay, so let's go back to this then and see if we can discover, if we can find some paper. Now, there are duplicates here, so that we would like in this journal. Nothing is quite catching my eye yet. Well, that's certainly, no, I'm thinking no. It just does, it makes my eyes go a little, you know. Meh. So what do we have here? I'm trying to keep the light papers together. This is nice. It reminds me I have a paper pad, a 12 by 12 paper pad of paint chips. Oh, this is similar to that other one, but because it's lines and not, let's see. No. Green hearts. Kind of looks like grass. There we go. Nope. I know there's stuff in here. I know there's stuff in here we can use. And again, like I said, this is heavier like maybe the Stampin' Up! Paper is. We could also go through the Stampin' Up! Paper. But I want to just, ooh, that hurts my eyes. I just want to go through this paper because it more or less was free, right? I mean, I canceled the subscription before they started sending me too much of it. Those are pretty. But, ooh, like this. Oh, that is directional. Unless we make it a side tuck. Nothing says that it has to be a top tuck, right? We can make that a side tuck. All right, let's take that. Oh, and look at this, the coordinating. It's very nice. And we could even pull out a couple of the coordinating ones. Right? Oh, whoa, wait a second. I don't know if you guys can see that or not. That actually has a pattern hidden in the back of it. I don't know if you're seeing that. Where the white is, it's like a hidden pattern. Oh, that's making my eyes go wonkadoodle. Something like that. Yeah, we could do that. So, okay, that'll go with one of them. Oh, here's it in pink. Okay, something like that I like. Not necessarily that, but again, that's a coordinating one. That one's cool. Not for this journal, though. Okay, so I've pulled out 4. Okay. We'll use those. And I'll put these aside because we might go back to them. Our 6x6 paper pads. Okay, and these. I'm just pushing it all aside. Now, now these are all over prints. And I'm thinking I could use the scoreboard here, but this is fine. Okay. So if that one's going to be a side tuck, so we'll do, I think what we'll do on the, we'll put 2 down. We'll keep them this way, which is 4, which is 8. The book is 8.5, so there'll be a little gap between the 2 of them. The bottom one will have as the top tuck, and the top one will have as the side tuck. That way, if this is going to be the side tuck, and this is the, you have the space here to do that. So this one. Okay. Like that. Right, and this one will be the side tuck with the glue on the bottom. Oh, pardon me. Yes, and then they can be, obviously they can be decorated before they're sewn in. I'm thinking this one on the bottom and this one on the top. Because, I don't know, because this one's darker and this one's lighter. That's why I'm thinking that. And if we scatter throughout the book things like this that are more cream in color, then yeah, I'm still then we don't have to worry so much about other things. I'm still not sure about the all those pages being the pages in the journal, simply because it just might be a little bit overwhelming. I'm going to cut this down to 5.5 by 8. 5.5 by 8. What are we doing? Right, we're covering the inside covers is what we're doing. Oh, okay. So now, before I put these down, I need to think of a closure. I cut these down too short. How big is this journal? 8.5 inches. Did I cut? I thought I cut them down 8 inches. I did. It looks more than 1/4 of an inch going around there to my eyes. To my eyes. Also, I'm going to cut this down right here. See, I did save my corners to covered the inside corners when I cut them off. And I do have metal corner things that I'm going to put on this. But first, we're going to put this down. It is going to be a hidden spine, but I still need to cover this with something as well. I was over in the large paper scraps. I'm thinking I might actually cover the hidden spine with this, right? How awesome would that be? I'll have to take care of those edges though. So the hidden spine will be that, or the hidden spine can be this. No, I'm thinking orange. But I was thinking this for underneath it. I was thinking this for underneath it. And then the hidden spine is going to be, it's going to be on top of a piece of cardboard or something. And then it's going to come over. So what I'm saying is this isn't going to bleed through on the hidden spine. Or we could just cover it with, instead of wasting fabric, let's cover it with, let's cover it with this, with a sticker. There. Okay, there. And this I'm going to use Fabrifix on because it's going to be adhering to that fabric, and I want to make sure we have really, really good coverage here. I am looking for, here it is. Looking for this. Try to keep glue off my work surface. Well, I was doing that. Do we want to do the butterflies? Ooh, do we want to do the butterflies? No. No, we don't want to do the butterflies. We're going to do... We're putting it here, here. Glue on my fingers. There. Sorry, now on this one. Oh my goodness. So yeah, so I'm still figuring out what papers to use. But I think after we do this, what we'll do is we will do some collaging on those cards that are... And I also think I'm going to do something different to the inside covers. I'm not quite sure what though. As opposed, you know, I usually just put gusseted pockets on the bottom. I think I'm going to do something different. But that's got to be after. We'll do that at the end after the spine and stuff. Okay, so here's this one. And here's this one. I can cover this up. We'll go to the art glitter glue. Oof. So, I don't know how long we've been at it, but I do hope everybody's doing well. Yeah, I hope everyone's doing well. And we got some glue on that, so. Now, those sheets that, here they are. Here they are, here they are, here they are. I thought, this is not all of them. I know this is not all of them. Do I just want to cover the whole back of this with this? Let's try that. We can also, we can also use, because how big is this? How big is this? I mean, it's already cardstock, but that doesn't mean it's 5 by, bigger than I have here, 5 by 7. 5 by 7. We could use a 6 by 8. Hold on. I kind of like this one behind there because of the blues, but let's see if there's something here. Nothing there. I don't want it too busy because that's busy enough. I'm thinking just to tear up that, which is actually a scrap of what we were doing when we were doing the jelly printing. That's just a scrap. Pretty sure there's nothing in here. Again, because I don't want anything too busy. No. All right. Go with your first. Go with the first thing you're thinking. Okay, so what should we do? We could actually cover the whole thing with this, but then that kind of defeats the whole purpose, doesn't it? Yes, it does. Let's see if this is going to work for us. And I'm going to tell you, because you guys know how I have been fussing and fighting with my glue, that I don't cover it anymore. I don't. I just leave it open all the time. And I'm having a little bit of an issue now. But, yeah, I just leave it open all the time. And I really have no problems. I don't have as many problems. Let me say this. I don't have anywhere near as many issues as I did when I kept it covered. Truth be told. That's the God's honest, people. That is the God's honest. Here we go. This is better. And then I'm just gonna cut around it. I realize I could have kept a border, but too late now. Oh, and this has, because it's paint, it has texture to it, right? Yeah, it does. Let's do it this way. Sorry. And now we will cut around it. We could tear it too, I suppose. This is going to be sewn in. No, I'm cutting around it, people. I'm cutting around it. Because it's paint, maybe what I should have done is scanned it or just taken a print, right? As opposed to the original. You can't, I suppose you can write on this, but it's paint. It has texture to it, so I wouldn't recommend writing on it. Let me put it that way. But if I scan them or just print them off, right, as prints, then that's a whole different story. That's a whole different story. There. That's fine. And the picture. Now, because see, there's somebody here reaching out. Maybe it should be this way. If it should be this way, then it can't go in the journal. I'm going to make it this way, though. Those kind of look like wings. Oh, now I don't know. How big is this picture? 5 and it's almost 6 inches. So I would have to even trim down the picture in order to put it in the journal this way as a flip up. So I'm not doing that. I'm doing this. Oh, there you go, Sabine. Nope, that's the way it's supposed to be. Okay. I'm going to center it on there. Now, as I just did that, I realized I might have, maybe I could have done some collaging behind it with some die cuts or something, right? But we can collage on top of it. We sure can. I need to, this is what I need to do, is I need to make more of my little birds here. I was going for a glitter one. Nope, don't like it. I'll go with the navy blue. Can't pick it up. Where's my thing? Wax pencils. I bought these like in a pack of 10 or 12, very inexpensive. I have so many different jewel picking tools, right? Expensive ones. Sometimes cheapest is best. Seriously, this is the easiest one. I have the We Are Memory Keepers one with the little yeah. This is, and I've actually seen like reviews and stuff, YouTubers saying, well, you know, this one is good for that. You know, it's for different uses, right? If you're trying to pick up sequins or paper versus if you're trying to pick up like jewels or something. So just gonna dab that with glue like that. Hoping for less seepage. There. And we will probably be working on this a little bit more as well. Excuse me. All right. Let me go to these at the moment. So this one is going to be side. Also, whoops. I haven't figured out inks yet to do some distressing of the edges. So, ooh, well, that makes sense because that's a folded over piece of paper right there. So this is going to be side. It's going to get sewn in like this. Let's make sure it's not an issue. All right, so this is a side one. And we could notch, just a little notch like that to remind us that this is a side one. And then this one will be a top one. Let's do it this way. Not that it matters because they're not necessarily going to be in the, it's not like they're going to be in the middle of the signature. They might, but trying to get these bits, but I doubt it. I don't think I'll be putting these in the middle of a signature. So yeah, so I'm just gluing them, but you don't have to glue. You can wrap paper around the sides, right? To make sure you have the full 4 inches, I believe this is, right? Because these are 8x8 sheets of paper. So the full 4-inch pocket. And now these two, and this one is on the bottom. Just gonna go. This one's on the bottom. Oh, that's not in the center at all. Oh well, that's fine. That's fine. Whatever, right? Whatevs. Whatevs. And this one is on the side. No matter what I do, they're just going to go flying anyway. Okay. Okay. Let's see. Definitely not going to be in the center of the signature. Oh, pardon me. Okay, so these are done. And what about this one? Now, of course, to decorate the back of it and stuff, I'm thinking I have to go through my dies to see what I can. I know I have like cloud dies and stuff. Also, to collage on the back of this with some scraps. Lord knows I have tons of scraps. Okay, so I have another mess in front of me. I just went through all the Crafters Companion. I just had them all the card fronts and envelopes just in a box tucked away. I wasn't ready to deal with them. So I separated them out, all these different size envelopes, but then we have all these different card fronts too, like this one, right? And I'm thinking what I'm going to do is I'm going to mount this on the back here, and then I'm going to cover the inside of that with something. And maybe, you know, we'll do some ink blending or something around it. All right, I have pulled out 4 different Simon Hurley inks that I'll use in the journal. Crown Me, which is the purple, Clear Skies, which is the blue, Overzealous, which is that beautiful green, and Prom Queen, which is that very bright pink. Yes, yes, they're all very bright colors. I am going to put some mint tape down on this and move it over a little bit. Hello, hello, hello. And I'm going to use Clear Skies, wrong drawer, Clear Skies. Remember Me. That's Remember Me? Looks like Clear Skies. And do I want to use a dome or do I want to use, no, I don't want to use a dome. I want to use a brush. Just to put a little bit of blue on the background here. Come in from the side. Using a circular motion. It's very, very faint. I don't want full coverage. I want the white to be coming through because I want it to look like a sky. So we'll put blue in some places and not in others. It's very faint and I'm not sure that it's coming across on camera. Okay. And now, of course, da-da-da-da, da-da-da-da. The question is, what are we going to use for this? I'm thinking lunar paste, right? I'm thinking lunar paste. Wrong drawer again. Now I just threw a little bit of water in here and mixed it in a little bit because yeah, because last time I had it open I thought it was a bit dry. So just take a little bit of lunar paste on here and let's I'm not really doing a circular motion. I'm just pouncing it down and twisting it up is what I'm doing. Because I don't want it to really get underneath, right? So I'm doing the pounce twist method. And I'm really not putting that much down on this. And we're doing the pounce, twist, pounce, twist. And hopefully it's going to come out the way I want it to. If not, well, we have more card fronts. This needs to, I don't have any bucket of water up here with me today. So I need to get this stuff downstairs, get it washed off. Just go there for a second, please. See if I get this pulled up. Ah. There we go, and it needs to dry. Where's the picture? Here, there it is. Oh, I love it. Okay, I'll be back after I get this stuff washed off. Okay, that's dry. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm just going to use a little bit of double-sided adhesive around that Yeah. Let's see what we got. Let's just do, this is just a thin one, right? There we go. Because there's going to be something covering the, going on top of this as well to cover this up, right? So let's get those down. And get them pulled up. And I'm not flagging these at all because that is not going to work. I could have put it around the edge here on this as opposed to putting it around the frame. But I wanted to get the picture stuck down as close to the frame as possible, which is why I did not do it that way. And I'm just going for a shot in the dark right here. There. Okay. And we could put something across there if we so desire. Now, what are we going to cover the inside of this with? That's the question. I don't want anything, it's not wide enough, too heavy. We could do some, hold on. Now, what I think I've decided to do is not use all of these papers, right, that I dyed in the journal as papers in the journal, if you see what I'm saying. So we could use something like this to cover it up. If we want. I'm not putting it down because there's some tape exposed. Okay. This one or this one? I don't think it really matters. We'll use some wet glue. Get the plug out. There we go. Gracious goodness. I tell you guys, I tell you, it is Sunday afternoon here in beautiful Pennsylvania. The weather is in the 60s, so we are loving that, right? We are loving that. Let's cover this as well, people. Let's not forget. Hopefully we're not going to ruin it. And yeah, I have a brisket in the oven. It smells really good. Low and slow. Be in there for a few more hours. I think it's been in there already for, I don't know, a couple hours. Smells good. I'm not going all the way over because remember this is going to be sewn into the, it's going to be sewn in to the journal like this. At least that was the plan. I could just put it on a page like that and have it open and have it at pocket. We need to figure that out. We need to figure that out if that's what we're going to do. Yeah, I'm thinking maybe I should take this to the trimmer. Well, let's see. Nah, I should be able to do it, no problem. I say as I feel like I'm cutting into the card. Whoops. Ooh. The glue under there was wet and it pulled up the paper a little bit. It's a there. And I'm thinking it does need something over it, but I don't know what yet. Okay, friends, I decided I put it together, so let's end the video with the flip through the journal. I am going to decorate the front of it, not at the moment though. But I got the signatures together. Let's just do a flip through. See, it is a hidden spine. It has 2 signatures in it. And these were taken from different paper pads, but let's start. So, it has 10 8.5 by 11 sheets in each signature, so it's 80 pages. So there's the cover. We have this one with the sparkly, the Diane Reevely sparkle spray, right? This and this. This is from the Vicky Bouton, like this is from the Vicky Bouton page. And then we have this one here. And I still want to do something across that. I just haven't figured out what. And I decided that these papers that I did yesterday or the other day, which are a lot of fun, but it was just too overwhelming for this journal. So, and then we have these pockets here. And seeing as how this is over here, we can actually decorate it over here to, right? So those little things there. And I just pulled out a piece of blue. And here's the back. Those are those little funky little pockets. Pink. This is just plain. I did not do anything with it, obviously, before I put it in the journal, but we will certainly be decorating that because it's in between 2 very plain pieces of paper. And then this, the other, so this, Vicky Bouton's nice. It's not that heavy, but it's double-sided, so we can certainly build up on that. And this is the end of the signature. And here is the second signature. With the blue, those kind of match, so I put those here. Here are these guys, right? This, the brightness of that is next to this. And then this is that other Vicky Bouton paper, right? So we're doing the bright colors that I like with the white in the background, but we're also pulling in the creams and other colors. So it is certainly a mishmash of a journal. And I think I'm going to have a lot of fun with this one. We shall see, right? And then there are these. See, these obviously are just so different from this, but it'll work. Trust me on this one, my friends. Trust me, we will make it work. Right? And look at that. So, and because of this, I need to figure out what I'm going to do here on the inside front and back covers. Now, remember, I did say that I didn't want to do just like my standard pocket like I normally do. And I will figure that out. This, I probably will use in the journal. I was just playing around with alcohol inks on photo paper. Yupo paper, which is like a plastic paper specifically made for alcohol inks, is very expensive. So you could do it on photo paper, glossy photo paper, right? That's what I did this. You can also, like if you go to the dollar store, something like the for sale signs, you know, that you stick in your car or stick in your front lawn, you know, yard sale, those are made out of plastic. You could use those too. Yeah, you could use those too. So anyway, yeah, and we have other things to be placing in this journal. But for now, the base of it is done. So I'm gonna clip it top and bottom here. Oh, and just to let you know how I did the hidden spine. Hidden spines really aren't all that difficult. I have the piece of fabric here, right? And I cut down a piece of chipboard to make the spine for the book, but I cut it down smaller. The chipboard is here to here, right? Because I didn't want it to gap up top. I needed enough fabric. I have heat and bond on the fabric. I glued the chipboard to the fabric and tore up the release paper for the heat and bond, glue the chipboard to the fabric, and then, sewed the two signatures in, and then glued, using the Fabrifix glue, glued the chipboard down. And the Fabrifix does give you time, making sure that it was centered, make sure that was glued down, and then I ironed it all in, because remember, this all has heat and bond all around it. That's why I made sure I had lots of extra space here on the top and the bottom for it. So that's how I did my hidden spine. I'm sure if you search on YouTube hidden spine for junk journals, there's all kinds of things that'll come up. I have my 4 Simon Hurleys, and I also have my Distress Oxide Black Soot. I could have used I was about to pull out my oh my gosh, I can't even talk anymore. VersaFine black, but it's a pigment ink and it takes a lot longer to dry, and I didn't want to smudge it like I would, because I have a habit of smudging ink. So this is Distress Archival ink. Oh, it's probably also a pigment ink. Anyway, Black Soot. So that's what we'll be using. Okay. So once again, go, play, have fun, craft, experiment. I'll see you next time.